turn my volume off so I can't hear you.
Okay.
All right.
Is Laurence the French captain?
I don't think so. I think that's Amelie.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, you are now live.
Okay. Welcome to listeners for the first round of the UK and French women's match. And I'll be commentating on Laurence from France against Julia Hayward, UK BGF chairperson. As soon as they start.
You have a challenge.
So waiting for their match to appear on here, then I can start observing it and talk about it.
We've got the game going.
Oh, what's your username?
Julia H.
I can't see that on here. Observing it and talk about it. Oh yes, I can. Got it. Got it.
Got the game going.
Right, sorted. Okay. So Laurence is the black checkers, that's France, and UK Julia with the white checkers. And hopefully you can see my screen, which has pip counts on it. And I don't know if they can now observe a chat as well. So, okay. Double 5 should be a blitz play. 2 men on the bar. We have the annoying heroes commentary about lucky and epic luck and all that stuff. Don't think I can get rid of that now. Never mind. Okay, Julia entered with 1. Sorry, Laurence entered with 1, so she has to keep entering, otherwise she's big trouble. Okay, right. Now, Julia is undoubtedly too good here, so should carry on. Oh, and that's a grey roll. Okay, so from being too good now, it's nowhere near a cube, and Laurence is now way back in the game. Epic luck, yes. And Julia's in trouble now. She's when a blitz fails, like it has done, you are in dire straits, to be honest. Her back checkers are stuck there. I suspect she needs to move those back checkers and hope for the best. Lift the 5, I think. But yeah, this game's completely turned around. Okay, now, well, she's giving 5s, 1s, and 4s, so I think this is a huge double. Don't think that was too good, but I think Laurence is playing it as too good. I don't think she would not keep that. Now a fan. Yes, a bad roll, a bad dance. Now it's a cube. Okay. I don't think Julia can take this. She has a stronger board though, but it's a bit scary. Brave woman. Okay. So we've got an interesting game. That's a great roll. No. Make the bar. Make the bar here. Make the bar and, well, I'd have made the bar myself, but she's got a 5-point board now. And that builder on the 4-point isn't too badly placed. Yes, huge swings of luck here. 4-1. Okay, so let's have a think. So Laurence is thinking, can I hit? Now that Julia's board's been compromised, I think a hit would not be a bad play. I think that's a misclick, yes. Danger of internet playing is that you can make misclicks like that. Yeah, that looks good to me. Again, a great entry But those builders are now, she's now got one. She's got 3 dead checkers. So I fancy Lawrence to win this. She's already cubed. And Julie's hoping to scramble by, but 5-3 doesn't help, as we were. Wow. Okay, now then, now the double 6 is fantastic. This has got to be a cube to bring it round while Lawrence is on the bar. So that's an amazing sequence. Julie was unlucky to crunch the board, and then Lawrence was unlucky to dance a few times, but that double 6 really solved a lot of problems. Very interesting first game. Good play with the 3-2. You don't hit twice there. You bring the 3 down. Good play. Yeah, stepping up to the bar point is good. 5-1. You'd like to hit, but you also like to make a point. So if he chooses to make the point, okay, can't do much with that. I think she'll also be splitting her backmen. I think if you try and make a duplication play like this to, okay, she's making all the way 13. I think splitting the backmen would be right. If your opponent splits, then you'd want to split as well, if you can. If you can't hit, obviously. Okay, so now Julie has made the 18 points, in a good position here. She's got the advanced anchor. And Lawrence needs to do something with those backmen. I think she's got to move it to either 6 or the 3. I think the 6 will come out and then slot the 5 point with the 3. So Julie wants to make the 5 point rather than the 2 point. Five 2 is definite hit with a 2. It's a question whether Lawrence can get a decent anchor and whether Julia can start priming. It's not a good roll. He's guarding against the blitz there, but keeping him split, I think, was better. I don't like having that 23 points. And Julia agrees. She's thinking, well, got the security of the 18-point anchor. And yeah, good cube, I think. 2-1. Okay, so if Julia can make that bar point, it should be game over. All Lawrence can do is hope that she doesn't cover it. Which she doesn't, but she makes the pretty good 3 point. She's got a broken 6 prime there. That's pretty good. And a 3-1. Now, do you make the best point and leave the ace, or do you play safe? She made the best points. Okay, well, severe gammon danger here for Lawrence. Doesn't want to go 6-0 down. But there's some okay, it's enter with a 2 now. So Julie wants to make that bar with 6 and bring home safely. She doesn't manage to do that. So this won't be as easy as it could have been. In the meantime, Lawrence will try and make the 3 point. Okay, not bad shifts in the 8 to the 7 point, which isn't bad. 6 would be good for Lawrence here to step out. 2-1, okay, slots the 3. And with a well-timed deuce point game, you win maybe 18%, something like that. And there are a smidgen of gammons, as there always are with these things. But I suspect this roll is going to be either running out with a 6 or breaking contact. Ah, well, if you run out, where's the 5? So I think you're going to have to bring 2 down, which is a shame. Okay, so fly shots. It's the same number of shots whether Julia came down with a 2 on it, so I'd have come down with a 2, but not a big one. Maybe staying back there in case Julia rolled small, but hey, Julia misses. And it's a case of make the board, don't get gammoned, and try and hit if you get a shot. But once the bar point's cleared, which it is now, it should be plain sailing, as they say. But of course, you can never really say that in backgammon. But, distribution is not too bad. Double 6. Okay, well, she can't win the race, but she'll run out. Julie would like to have pointed on her there, but now it's slightly awkward. And Lawrence will stay there. Yes, he has to anyway. So there's only 6-4 I can see. Double 5. Nice roll. Now, is it 4 off or is it 2 off? She can go for the extra risky play. Oh, the board's gone. Okay, not a good roll. Doubles, doubles, doubles. Wow, is that 5 under trot, isn't it? Okay. I think this will be a single game. Yeah, she's off with everything next roll. So 4-0 to the Brits. I think we can call the UK team the Brits, although there are slight differences between the UK and Britain, but I'm not going to get hung up on that sort of stuff. Let's see how many observers we have. Don't know how to do that. Anyway, right, back to the game. So Lover's Leap from Lawrence, 6-3, major split, yes. Double 1, nice roll. Standard play of 2 points here. Four one. Now you don't want to stay back on the 24 points, so you've got to come into with a 4, I think. And the ones are interesting. More rolls that make a decent point next roll. I think just the 4 point here, don't only to hit 2. A nice 4 prime. Good roll from Julia. Oh, of course, neutral. I don't really mind who wins this, honestly. Although I must say that I played for the men's team and we got beat by the French men's team. So it would be nice for the women to win this one, I think. Right. Okay, so that's a great roll, 6-5. And now in conjunction with that prime, I was going to say a nice lead in the race, but it's not that big now. In fact, the lead is gone. But still, being 4-0 down, I think there's nothing wrong with cubing this. You could roll a double 5 and lose your market. Yeah, bringing 2 down there to try and make that 8 point might have been better. I'm not sure. But the cube is always there for her. 4-0 down. That's a bad roll. That's one of the very, very few bad rolls she had. 6 for minutes. All turns around with a 6. What are the internet dice going to give her? Oh, well, good for the race. But even so, I think still going to be thinking of cubing this because you make the 5 market loss, so I would cube this. Yes, good double. And the 5 isn't bound to be made, and she can always run off with 6s. So I think I tend to take these. 12-point lead. Very few gammons. Well, she took it, but then the 5 came. So she's regretting her take now, but yeah, I don't think it was a bad take. Well, I think make this, no. Easier to bring it home then. Yes. So this race lead of Julia's is going to be pointless because she's going to be stuck there. So it should be a single game, this. By the time Julia might get a shot, her board would have been crunched. So the best chance would be to run off with high doubles once the primes disappeared. So there's a slim chance. Now with this distribution of spares here, you just want to make sure that you're flexible and look out for nasty double sixes, double fives. But flexibility is the key. So I wouldn't play behind her. I'd sort of play ahead. And yeah, that looks good. Into the 3. There's always the risk of only 6-5 twice or whatever, but you can't worry about that. Now then, should she given her a 6 to jump out there? She might have kept the 6 a bit longer. Oh well, she's okay. But this dice, I don't know. I'm not going to get into the debate about internet dice on this forum. But anyway, great rolling. And she got a chance. Julia's got a chance. Another big one here. Okay, she's in. Lawrence has only got 2 off. So a set needed, a working set needed, and then it will be interesting. Okay, well, she's lost a roll over the 5. That's unfortunate. So I think this is going to be the first points on the board for France. Okay. Now we have PRs and all that stuff. PRs are around about 6 and 7. Okay. I think that's about right for. I think Julia plays about that. She's improved. She was about 9 maybe a couple of years ago and has gone down to 6 or 7. So it's pretty good. I'm not quite sure what Lawrence's standard is. Okay, so both checkers escaped. I think is preferable to the 3-point. Okay, an anchor for Laurence, and Julia really wants to get that back man out before the prime starts. Okay, not good. I think swing it round and give a 6, give a 5, sorry. Yeah, I'd bring one closer. Lawrence thinking of cubing a tad early, I think. Good roll though, 5s. Either 2 down or carrying on was fine. Oh, 5, 6. So do you stay there or do you pop out? If you stay there, you can be hit with 1s, 2s and 3s, but it enables you to anchor if you stayed there. So I think I would have probably come down. Double 3 though would have killed you whatever you did with that 6. Right. Okay, that's leaves the stack on the 6-point, but gives 3 builders for the 4. I'd looked at the 3-point was a possibility there on stacking. But yeah, okay, now this is looking very juicy now. Okay, you're on the bar, but look at the good rolls you've got here. 4s hit, 6s and 3s hit. Wow. Okay, it swings around again. Hugely volatile. 4-2 lead. I think I would hold on for a bit, see what happens. Again, a 5-3. Tad unlucky there to not cover or hit. You can make the ace, obviously, but I'm not sure she wants to do that. Well, it's either down in anchor or make the ace. I probably would play down in anchor, but I must admit, the immediate tactical benefits of a dance from Lawrence quite huge, but yeah, that's more circumspect, I think. And Lawrence would have come in and made the 4 with a double 2. So yeah, I think Julia's happy to, even though she's hit, she's probably happy that she made that play. Okay, now a huge lead in the race. This looks like a cube to me. Yes, good double. Yeah, that fan by Julia was not well timed at all. But she isn't all at the midpoint yet. If that spare was on the midpoint, then it would be looking like a pass. But because that spare still could be moved, I'd have given that a go. I'd have taken that. Anyway, we are at 4-3 to Julia. If I'm behind in a match, I tend to bring 2 down with 4-3, but it's not a big deal. Double 1's a good roll. 4-2, that makes the 9 point, which is a nice point to have. Your backman a split, which is good. 6-2. Okay, now struggling for a play. Stepping out and down, screams out. Stepping out is like a distraction. It stops the spares being used for the 5 or 4 points. There's a case in point. You see, that would have been a nice, but still a great roll. And she's made the bar, so it was worth it. Okay, so we've got another mutual holding game with an even race. So these are quite straightforward to play. You just wait for the big double and then run. It gets trickier when you start running out of spares and you've got to think, when do I leave the anchor if you're winning the race, etc. There's the big double that you've been waiting for. And usually the first person to get it normally gets a cube in. Let's see, only 13 ahead. So no cube yet. But again, this is easy to play. Julie just waits and Lawrence brings them down if she can. And just gets a racing cube in. But 5 points is nowhere near enough. 6-5 loses one of her landing spots, I think. You don't want to play to the ace there, because at the end of it's a race. You don't want any wastage, so you want to play your checkers to the 4, 5, and 6 points if you can. Again, I wouldn't play 6-1. I'd just play 8-3, 6-5. Oh, I think 6-5. Well, again, you want to make those 3 and 4 points. So, yeah. Anyway, 6-2. Because there's no immediate shots coming, so she didn't have to worry about leaving blots in the home board. There's the double 2. Now that breaks contact. So now you're looking at basically just racing cubes now. Whatever contact there is not really worth worrying about. So 5 pips, 3-4 down, probably not yet. Not really enough. A couple of pips short, I think. It's 2 in. Now she really wants to play to the 4 points. If you start bearing off and you've got no checkers on your 4 point, you probably made a mistake. Yeah, that's good. Well, I think bringing it in better. 6-3, okay, from the back. Gives you a nice 15 pip lead. So if Julia rolls low, this will be a cube. 15 pips, that's going to be 7. So this could be, though, because she's still way back and Julie started to waste checkers now on the 2 point. I think I would probably send this, even though you're risking a 6-1, but it's, yes, good cube. Yeah, because Julia's got many, many points to go before she can take any checkers off, whereas Lawrence is taking off very soon. So by the time Julia takes any off, Lawrence will have 2 or 3 off, I think, already. So, but There's always 6-1 chance, so, and also any one would slow her down. Well, yeah, I think it's a decent take. Yeah, it's that gap on the 4 by making the 3-point earlier and leaving nothing on the 4. I think that might come to haunt her, perhaps. And there's a waste of a double 4. Not a bad roll by any means, but it shows that the 4s are always going to hurt. Okay, so Julie's now trying to catch up. Lawrence has only got 3 off. And again, the 4s are hurting her. But you would think that Lawrence would win this. No, I think you just take them off. Don't ask questions, just rip them off. Yeah. In general, I just toggle greedy when I'm online because the chance of not taking a man off being wrong is pretty slim. There's not many positions where it's wrong. Okay, catching up. Yeah, it's fine. 3-2, right? Okay, so that's a winner. So overtakes. Take a 5-4 lead. They're both playing quickly, so there's no element of time trouble in this. Okay, split the back man, try and get the anchor. Okay, and of course fight for that 4-point, so hit. Nice. The 5 is probably stepping out, could come down, not much in it. Okay, so Julie's got the anchor. And that's a very nice roll to make the 9-point. So advantage to black here. And Julie needs to block her in with 6s and, well, just, yes, very rarely is 6-5 a decent move, but okay, now activates that back checker, trying to get it moving next roll because she's ahead in the race. That's a good play. Okay, ahead in the race, so probably just don't want any contact. Just step up with the 1. Hope to run out next time with a better roll than that. Okay, and Julie's going to try and prevent us from running out. Okay, now that stack is getting a bit awkward. So is this a chance to hit with a 3 perhaps? Because what 2 have you got? I mean, excuse me a second.
Oh, there's nothing you do there, is there?
Okay, it's a slight diversion there. Right, double 3. Okay, so where are we? Oh, double 3. Right. 5-4. All awkward. So how are we going to get into some interesting plays here? So the options are to come in with a 4, which is vulnerable to attack. And you could play safe with a 5 or down with a 5 or in with a 5 and hit. Now, in with a 5 and hit is the more interesting play, but it's both the fraught with danger. So what is the best play here? This is not easy. In with a 4 and down gives 2s, 4s, 5s and 1s. Oh, this is a tough play. I'd be thinking of maybe hitting with a 4. Yeah, that's a tough play. And Lawrence is 4 away, so she's thinking, okay, can I cube and then gammon for the match? But she holds off, I think probably wisely. And so I think you can safety this blot and then think of the cube, because it's going to be a take anyway. I think if you safety the blot, it's still going to be a double take, so no point doubling now. All right, so 16 pips. No, didn't even pause to think about that one. 16 pips is quite a lot. So she didn't cube last time. I doubt whether she'll cube this time. So I think we shift to the bar point. It's easier to clear from the bar than from the 9. So still no cube coming. It's only getting close to the cube time, because that midpoint's going to go from Julia soon. Oh wow. Double 6. Okay, Lawrence did well to hold on to it. Seems to know it was coming. Right. Double 6. Okay, so basically she's winning the race now, I think, after that. So just break contact as best you can. Yeah, 7 pips ahead. Amazingly lucky. And no point staying on the mid. You might as well just bring them down, because you'll be any 6 you play otherwise is a waste. So we're going to have a game that goes down to probably the last roll. It's very close now. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, that you need to get some checkers on that 4 point. Julie's distribution is very good. Ah, is this Alain Babillon saying hello? Yes, I'm very well, Alain. Thanks for watching. She can't play. She can play from 6 to 4 with the 2. I don't think there's much in it. 7-5 is perfectly okay, but got to get some checkers on that 4 point soon. Okay, so I think the 5 now. The 5 should have been to the 4 point there. It's a small point, but I think okay, she'll have 1 on the 4 point now. Okay, so what's the situation? 67, 68. As I say, it's going to go down to the wire, this one. Whatever wastage there is on black side, with the 2 men on the ace point. And the stripped 4 isn't good, but the race is too close to think about cubing. That was a poor roll, though, from the Brits. And another poor roll. Okay, fill the 4. Probably 6-5, the last one. Doesn't matter. Not much in it. Another double. A better double this time. 13 pips now. Needs to be a good one. Right. I think this will be a cube.
51.
So 10 checkers against 11.
58.
And 51 against 58. Yes, huge cube. Now you can do various. Whoa. Yeah, I think she missed a cube there. Double 4 is great. If you weren't cubing last roll, I can't see you doing it now. So some good rolls and some bad rolls being mixed in here. 4-1 is not good at all. Right, 33-37 and two extra checkers off. It's still a cube. Got to cube these, I think. And give the other person a tough decision. So I suspect it's a pass. Yeah, there's various counts you can do here. I think I would let this one go. This looks gap on the 4 and two extra men to get off, and 4 pips down. Yeah, I think Julie missed a chance a few rolls earlier to get a cube in. So a 4-point match, and you don't make the bar here. You just split with the 2. No, you split. It shouldn't make that point. It's a little bit too stiff. It's far too early in the game to start thinking about making anchors like that. You want to keep flexibility. 3-2. Okay, I presume this will be 2 down then. Aim for that bar point or that 4 point. Okay, the 8-5 again is a little bit inflexible. This doesn't look bad, but it's just not quite right, I don't think. Yeah, the one having a lead in the race, probably 6-5 is a bit too big. So, but this comes into a range of some attack. But it also freezes the checker. Actually, she can hit with a 5-2. Great shot. Okay, a good return hit. And again, with a 5-point made, I think Lawrence has got the edge in this game. And the 6 isn't good. The hit's available, but I suspect she's going to play to the 5 here. By keeping if she had a spare on the 8 point, she might have hit with the 6, but because that spare's gone, you don't want to give it up. Well, this might be an attack. Yes. 4-1. It's a good roll. She makes a decent anchor there. And these 2 checkers on the 23 point are not well placed at all. Lots of rolls to make the 4 or 5 here. Even the 3 would be good. Whoa, that's a misclick, obviously. Yes, I think those 2 checkers are going to be the issue here. So 5-1 is not good. So for flexibility here, playing to the 3, I might have played a bit bigger than that, but it's my style. Probably would have played to the bar. Double 6. Well, stops any sort of cubing action because you've got a nice lead. But you've got to get them backman moving soon. Okay, 4-3. Yeah, okay. 2 down and hope to make the. Oh, it's a bit too safe, I think. You've got to try and make the 5 and the 4, so you want to spread them out a bit. Double 4, not good. Okay, so a huge race lead, but that's not going to be enough to stop the cube coming. And to be honest, Lawrence's position sucks. So has she got enough here? Because of Julie's inflexible structure. No, I just, from aesthetics, I just can't take if I'm on black side here. I think she might disagree, but I couldn't take this because it just looks so ugly. But so Julie's got to cube this. But she'd much rather have those spares on the 10 and the 9 than have a stack on the 6. You got to cube these, yes. Well done. I would let it go. Okay, so decent start from both. 3 away, 4 away for the Brits. 6-4, I think I would run without 6-4. I don't want to make the 2 points. And the 6-2, okay. Well, I would slot the 5 here, because if you're running, you're doing the same thing that your opponent's just done, but you're now losing the race, and the opponent's got the stronger board. So, yeah, there was options there, but still, anyway. We have 1 man back each. A little bit inflexible with that 2. You've got this huge stack on the mids that you want to get rid of. Three, 2. Again, it's all safely this game. No player is playing anything risky. But you can't play backgammon totally risk-free. You've got to somehow speculate to accumulate. Okay, that's a nice roll. That does something. Right, and a double 3. Okay, well, we can make progress here. We can make the 5 point. And huge race in the lead now, so stepping up with the 3, I think, has to happen. And I would then say I'd play 8-5 with the last one, but she might be thinking making the 10 maybe, or even switching. But switching is an interesting play. Could she switch? Yeah, I often miss those plays. Well, if you can make the 5 and switch and hit on the ace, then let's have a look at it. Let's just play it, Julie, so we can look at it. No. Okay, well, we've got a switch play here as well, so I think I would switch for these, just because you've got to make something with that. You've got to make something with the board you've got. Okay, this is volatile. Fantastic rolling. Right, the last 3 probably just give double 4, I think. So I wouldn't bring another checker down, because you're going to run out with 6s. If you're all a 6, you're going to go, oh, I would have been hit with double 4. Oh dear. Okay. This is all fast and furious. Okay, I think that's got to move. I can't stay there, because you can't hit any blots. So get that moving and just play it safe. And yeah, boring, but it was a great roll. Right, what's happening here? The race is very close. What's happening with these doubles? So this is one option. I would take my time. She's got 15 minutes on the clock. This is an important play. I would have definitely taken my time there. That was one option. But now, of course, having done that, and a dance means that you can actually cube quite readily. And I don't think I think Julie's going to let this one go. There's too many gammons here. Within 2 or 3 rolls, you could find yourself closed out and be gammoned. So it's tough to let this one go, because there's that big gap, 3 and 4 point you can enter. But yeah, I'll let that one go myself as well. All right, 6-3. So standard hit and split. Okay, another hit. So basically, in general, the first few moves are always sort of fighting for points by hitting. Here's a contradiction where we're going to be making a point with a 6. So yeah, that's lots of choices here, but I think the 4 point is crying out to be made. And you're just hoping that there's no blitzing going to happen. 3 away, 3 away. Quite a familiar score because it tends to occur very, very often. Right, lots of good points from Merrill. 3 to make an anchor, lots of 3s to make double 2. Great comeback. The last 2. Okay, from the mid is too big, I think, although it would be handy to have an extra builder. Just 8-6, I think. Yes. Oh, right. 3-point match. You got the edge. A block to be aimed at on the 14 points. A weaker board, but this is volatile, and you could make the 5 points easily. You could hit another man. Only 5 points ahead, though. Yeah, go for it. I think that's a decent cube. Julie might pass. I don't think she should, but she might do. It's a little bit scary, but she should take this for sure. Okay, she did. Well done. Okay, so 5-3 doesn't do anything great. It makes the 3 points, or it steps out. But I think the 3 point means you can fan again. Yeah, that looks good to me. Okay. Now the 4-2. I would try and get the back men to be aiming for that blot. Alternatives are you could hit on the ace, but I wouldn't do that. You could bring 2 down, too rich. Two, 1. Well, this is exciting backgammon. Being stuck on the ace point now. I think you had to hit 3-point board. Ooh, I don't know. Exciting though. Double 3. Ay. Right. You just make the 5 and hope your opponent doesn't roll the 5. Yeah, this looks strong. Again, you could switch, but that looks strong. Oh, this is amazing rolling. Ay. Double 4. All right, so Julia has double. Okay, so does Julia. Okay, it's a priming game. How's she going to win this game? She can win this game by counter priming. I don't think she can attack and hope to roll 2 1s, then 2 6s. And the counter prime is the best option because she is way behind in the race. So, the best way of counter priming? Well, at the moment she's got direct 5s to come out. But you want her to play. Oh, the prime versus primes are tough. I'm not sure whether she should just bring 2 down and hope Lawrence doesn't roll the 5, or whether she should hit with the spare. I don't think she should switch. She should hit with a spare and then try and make the 2, or make this play and just play to the 9 point. Okay, this could be right. I don't know. It's interesting play because if you are hit with the 2, it's not the end of the world because it's good for your timing. Now, if you can make this, can make that 6. Okay, not that important. But you don't want Lawrence to roll the 6 out. Okay, that's the ones she's got to hit with a 1 to give her more chance of winning out. I'd have kept the 8 point if I was Julie, though. Losing the 8 point means that Lawrence can get out quite easily now. Oh, well, the gammons are there anyway, so you might as well hit, I suppose. Oh, this is a bit of a mess now. Okay, make the 2. The 2's going to come back to haunt you if you don't make it, I think. Yes. So, He's come down to be able to hit from an ace-point game, which is never something that you look forward to, but often happens though. Okay, 6-5. And the board's gone as well, so even after it hits, you're not going to be a favourite to win. So this looks like the French are going to win this, maybe even with a gammon. How many gammons are there from here? 30% or so, maybe slightly more. Okay, which gets a shot. Oh, a 6 is excellent. Gets rid of the gammons. I don't think she's going to win, but the way these dice have been going, the double 6 is always a possibility. Okay. Well, hope springs eternal, but I don't think she's going to win this, even though there's only a few pips in it. But no gammon. Let's have a look at the PRs. Okay, similar, 7s and 8s. Probably do the looks if I can work out how to do the look. No. Yes. Anyway, right. So it's Crawford 3 away. So Lawrence will not be too fussed if she gets gammon. It doesn't really matter. So let's play it like a DMP game, really. Gammons don't help her. She just wants to win the game, and gammons don't really hurt her. Good hit, good start. Okay, so Julia, we need an anchor or a return hit. That's an anchor, but not the one I was really hoping for. So. Okay, let's hit with the 1 and bring it down, I think. And if we can make a fight for that lot, that's excellent. We'll try and get a foothold in that enemy camp. If we can make the, oh, it's a great roll. If we can make the bar. Final 5. Okay, I think you can play quite loose here because that's a bit too stiff. Because you've got a far stronger board. I think you could have played a bit more aggressively. There's the anchor. Okay. And the 6, well, maybe hit. I mean, it's a Hobson's choice, really. Maybe into the 3 and out with a 4 there, perhaps. Right, now Julie's got a choice. She can make the 17 points, which means she'll be open to a blitz attack, but I don't think there's enough checkers there to worry about that. Alternatives aren't great, so make the 17 point, and at least you've got a really good anchor there. And what else is there? Hit 2 checkers, hit 1 checker, and make the 2 points. I just think if Lawrence makes that bar point, I think it's curtains. So I would have tried to go for that myself. Right, great roll, level 5. Julia hasn't rolled a 5, so that those 2 checkers are looking a little bit lonely now. And if the 5 points made, not yet. I don't think. Do you swing this one round? Make the 10 point. You could play super big and play to the 9, but I think that was fine. Still, the gaps on the 5 and the 7, still chances here. This could become awkward for Laurence as she tries to bring them in. I wouldn't have left my checker on the 20 point. I'd step out, yes, and then come down. Yeah, if you're going to get hit, you don't want to be attacked on the 5 points and then it makes Julia make it more easily. The 2, yes, I probably would do that. There's much in it. Okay, 6-4, can't hit, so just make some slotted points. Oh, there's the 5 point made. Great roll. And Julia hoping to build a board, then hit and win from there. Easy said than done. She could pile up on the 8 point and kill 6s, or she could have played a 3 to the 5 point, more flexibility. No, that's not a bad roll. Okay, Julia needs a 5 to get out before her board disappears. That's fine. That's a good 3. Can't see what's wrong with that. No, having lots of spares on the 5 point is good here. Board's disappearing. Oh no. Well, I would just bring it in, yes. No 5s for Julia. Oh dear. So, chances looking very slim. So I'll take it off, I suppose. There's the 5. Too late. Yeah, 5-1. What was it? Yeah, it's fine. I'd have cleared that 5-1 though, I think. She could roll a nasty numbers. Even if she leaves lots of blots, she's not going to lose this. Well, we do get a shot. If Julie can win from here, I'll be very impressed. And that's it. So well played, Laurence. Well done. So it's 1-0 in matches to the French that I'm aware of. Let me just see if I could find out any more results. Okay, Cecilia beat Patricia and Veronique beat Rachel. So at the moment it's 2-1 to the French. Okay. And there'll be another commentary match at 3 o'clock, I think. But you can go to this link. You just Google UK versus French women and you'll find where to get these scores. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. Bye. Unlucky.